Kekkei genkai. I'm sure some of you have forgotten about this. Oh yeah, it's a special ability that is passed down through bloodlines and usually involves a unique combination of elements or abilities that can only be used by certain members of a clan. And in short, Kekkei genkai is a rare ability that is passed down within a certain family and cannot be learned by other shinobi. And as we know, Kekkei genkai is not owned by all shinobi. And if a shinobi has Kekkei genkai, he usually also has great abilities. And to get Kekkei genkai, some do combine it with several elements. But if we talk about Kekkei genkai, who do you think is the shinobi with the best Kekkei genkai? Oh yeah, today is my day. Let's talk about Kekkei genkai. And after the revival of New Shinju, will Ryu be the one with the strongest Kekkei genkai among other shinobi? Before that, please like and subs, guys. Thanks. So we must agree that Hashirama is a god of shinobi. In addition to having great abilities in battle, Hashirama's strength that makes him known as a god of shinobi is in his Kekkei genkai element. He has the element of wood, or what is commonly referred to as mokuton. And we cannot argue if Hashirama's mokuton is indeed very strong. With the power of his mokuton, even Hashirama managed to defeat Madara. Oh yeah, not only that. Even Hashirama has also caught Biju with his mokuton technique. In addition to Hashirama's mokuton being very strong in battle, he also has another specialty that can heal the cells in his body quickly. So maybe we won't be surprised when we see the fact that Hashirama's cells will always be fought over by many shinobi. With that fact, it may be natural that there are no more natural users of Hashirama's mokuton. And even if they want to create a new wood element user, Orochimaru and Danzo, they have to go to great lengths to do an experiment. Oh yeah. Besides Hashirama, the next shinobi who has Kekkei genkai ability is Mei Terumi. She is a Mizukage from the village of Kirigakure. She is also a powerful shinobi and one of the best kunoichi. Besides being known as a Mizukage with a firm personality, Mei Terumi also has a very unique ability. Unlike other Kekkei genkai users, the fact is that Mei Terumi also has two Kekkei genkai that almost not all shinobi have. One of them is the boil element and the lava element. In fact, it is not explained how Mei Terumi got this power. But according to the most plausible theories and analysis, Mei Terumi got this power from birth. She is one of the chosen shinobi and also one of the shinobi who have unique chakra. Back to her abilities, with the two Kekkei genkai she possessed, she was always a troublesome opponent and could not be underestimated at all. Even if the opponent does not have much information in the abilities or jutsu he has, it may be certain that the opponent will be defeated easily by Mei Terumi. Even Sasuke almost died from fighting Mei Terumi. But because Sasuke has a very strong defense, it doesn't have a bad impact on Sasuke. Besides Mei Terumi, the next Kekkei genkai user is Kimimaro. So unlike other Kekkei genkai users, Kimimaro has a Kekkei genkai that changes his body. If other Kekkei genkai users usually release elements such as basic elements, but Kimimaro changes his body structure, and the body structure that is changed is bone. So unlike ordinary humans, Kimimaro's bones are said to be harder than steel. With the power of this bone Kekkei genkai, Kimimaro managed to give defense to everyone who became his opponent. Even when he fought Gaara and Lee, if he didn't suffer from an illness, maybe Gaara and Lee could have been defeated by Kimimaro. Then, in addition to his unique power, namely Kekkei genkai bones or being able to manipulate his own bones, Kimimaro is also the only member of the Kaguya clan. Then, next is Darui, a Raikage who is a great shinobi from Kumogakure village. In addition to him having a different lightning element, namely black lightning, Darui is also known to have the element of storm. When in the Fourth Shinobi World War, Darui was faced with a very strong enemy. He is a person who can be said to be the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails because he once ate part of Kurama's body and got his chakra. But even though his opponent was said to be a non-human, Darui cleverly combined the water element and the lightning element, creating a powerful storm element. In fact, Darui is a strong character and has great potential. But unfortunately, Masashi Kishimoto didn't give Darui much of a role. As a result, Darui is just a side character. Especially now that we really lost the role of several shinobi and also the Kage during the time skip. But I believe Masashi Kishimoto just needs time to make them shine again, even though it's a small possibility. But I still believe that several other shinobi will shine a little as long as the Boruto story starts to lead to several other villages. Maybe what is evident now is the Sunagakure village, which if we observe, This is the same thing when Gaara was kidnapped by Akatsuki, meaning there will be some old and new characters will show their light to fight against the Shinju, right? So back to the topic. Besides Darui, the next Kekkei Genkai user is Guren. She is actually a filler character and does not have a clear enough background. Although she has a background that is not clear, but she is a person who has such great abilities that Orochimaru makes her subordinates, or can be said, Guren is a person who helps Orochimaru. And if we talk about an ability, so Guren's ability is Kekkei Genkai, which is quite rare, namely Shoton, or Crystal Element. With the Kekkei Genkai, Guren almost succeeded against the shinobi army from Konoha. Because indeed, Guren's crystal element is not only used to attack, but she also always uses the element to defend and also create traps. Even though she is just a filler character, Guren is a character who has distinctive characteristics. One of the most memorable things about Guren was when she revealed that she wanted to replace Sasuke in favor of Orochimaru's perfect body, and that means her loyalty to Orochimaru cannot be doubted. Besides Guren, there is a shinobi named Pakura. Maybe you don't know it, but she is a Kekkei Genkai user of the scorch element of Sunagakure, who was said to be a hero by the village of Sunagakure. The reason Pakura was considered a hero was because she diffused the high tension between Iwagakure and her village, Sunagakure. After getting this status, Pakura was then given another mission by the village officials. The mission, which at first sounds quite normal, turns out to be a trap for Pakura. Not a conflict or a mission that Pakura resolved, but there Pakura was surrounded by shinobi from Kirigakure. And because Pakura was not in a state of readiness, of course in the tragedy, Pakura finally died. Back to talking about abilities, so Pakura's own ability is the scorch element. Although this scorch element looks like an ordinary fireball, but its damage effect is indeed very dangerous, and is also said to be one of the most dangerous Kekkei Genkai. Besides that, there is a shinobi who is always with Zabuza. He is Haku. Is the first shinobi with Kekkei Genkai shown by Masashi Kishimoto. When Kakashi and his team escorted someone to return to the Land of Fog, there they were blocked by Zabuza and also Haku. Haku, who was naturally mistaken for a woman but turned out to be a man. And besides Haku being a man, he is also an assassin or hitman. And when in the battle against Sasuke and also Naruto, maybe all Naruto fans will also agree that Haku can win the fight. Haku, who is indeed an assassin whose abilities are at the Junin level, he certainly easily defeated Sasuke and Naruto, who were still Jinin. And if Naruto hadn't been given the plot armor, that is, he showed Kurama's chakra, it could have been that Sasuke and Naruto had been finished off by Haku, right? And the next is Deidara. He is a shinobi from Iwagakure who has a very high love for art, and the art he always makes is clay art because his Kekkei Genkai is explosion or Bakuton. Deidara finally unites his clay art with his explosion element. Although it is true that when we talk about the explosion element, Deidara is not the only person who can use this element. But still, when someone talks about explosion, then we will immediately remember Deidara. And maybe that's the only Kekkei Genkai he has. Next is Onoki, a veteran who has even lived from the time of Madara to the time of Boruto. Although in the end, it is a fact that he died from overwork. Onoki is also known to have a very great Kekkei Genkai, and that is Jintan, or the element of dust. A Kekkei Genkai that can destroy all things, even though the object has a hard texture, or is considered a very strong object. Besides this, Jintan can attack. Of course, this Jintan element can also be used for other things, such as being able to lighten the body. Then later, which is even the greatest, this Jintan can make its users fly. And the last one is Shinki, an adopted son of Kazekage Gaara. Gaara originally found Shinki when he was happily rampaging, and that was his first time meeting Gaara and being officially adopted as a son. Even so, Shinki already has some techniques taught by Kankuro. One of them is Kugutsu. He has 3 basic elements and 1 Kekkei Genkai, an element of wind, earth, and lightning. With the magnetic Kekkei Genkai, Shinki is a powerful shinobi with great potential in the future. Oh yeah, the magnetic is a fusion of the earth and wind elements, guys. And now that he has become a Shinju, I'm sure he will become an overpowered enemy. I even believe that he is greater than Hidari. Maybe it can be said he is the strongest person after Jura. Actually, there are many more Kekkei Genkai users than what I've mentioned. But the ones I've mentioned are actually only a small part of all the users. But I chose them because some of those characters are ones that you don't know much about. And maybe that's the reason why I mentioned them. So who do you think is the strongest Kekkei Genkai user, guys? Like and subs. I'm Nim. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Data bio.